it's Fallon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I switched it up a little bit. Instead of just rolling with one person for 7 minutes, I did an entire class of specific training. So if you like this classroom type of setting, make sure you comment below and let me know so I can film more of it. All right, that's it. Let's get to it. 1, 2, 3, off! Alright guys, so here is just the warm-up before the class actually starts, and it's just specifically getting the grips we would need to get to the takedown spot we want to be in, not necessarily going for the takedown, so we stop right before we get the takedown basically. And takedowns have never been my strong suit, so this is a really great way to force me to actually go for takedowns, which is nice. Now we're jumping into specific training. So person on bottom decides where they want to start, and the person on top has to pass, and person on bottom has to either sweep or submit. So here I just went right into a knee slice and then circled toward north-south until I got the pass. So I always find it funny when I read through the comments and see people say that the white belts aren't really trying because they're just white belts and yada yada yada. But in reality, when you go with a white belt, they don't really know how to control themselves. So those are the belt ranks that are actually going full blast regardless of your weight or gender difference. So it's just really funny to see that kind of stuff because it's literally the exact opposite. I have to try harder with white belts, strength-wise and stuff, more than I have to with any other belt. Anyway, so this gentleman is very strong. So I'm just working open guard, maintaining foot on the bicep, maintaining my controlled grips on the sleeve and collar, while my other foot just wanders, seeing where he is going to apply the most pressure. Because if he leans forward, my foot's going under him to swing him over my head. If he's applying pressure backwards, my foot is going to go down to the ankle and then sweep him backwards. So as you see, he's kind of maintaining just middle ground. So I had to change my tactic and go for a straight ankle lock because he just had too much pressure and balance for me to sweep him. So here I just belly down until I get the tap. Then here we just have a quick little stand-up single leg from guard. Then we move on to the next type of specific training, which is the top person chooses whatever type of passing position they want. So top person here decided to start with a knee slice, and right away I go for an inverted de la Riva grip, trying to circle my body underneath him to take the back. But he's doing a very good job keeping my back flush against the mat. But he's holding onto my leg very tight with that right hand, so I tried to knock him off balance by just pushing that foot to the floor, which allows me enough room to kind of circle towards his back in order to do some leg attacks, which always gives me enough balance and momentum to sit up because they're so focused on me not getting their legs. So here I just take the sweep. And here we're just laughing because I always get in this position on him, but usually it's from when I start on top, and somehow I still got in the same exact position when I started on bottom. So kind of weird. Next, he just wanted to start with grips on my pants for a bull pass. When people try to bull pass me, I literally just fetal, as you see, and from here I was able to get my de la Riva, which allows me to circle under him to try to do a back take. But he puts his hips to the floor as I'm trying to do the back take. So instead, I just have to push up on the legs and try to take mount. So here, top person starts with the body lock, which I absolutely hate. It is so hard to move when someone has a really secure body lock on you. I was able to push away just to get enough space to pop out my right and left foot so I could get close guard, which really hinders the purpose of a body lock because you want to pass. So from here, he has to let go of the body lock because he's not going to be able to do what he wanted. But I honestly hate close guard just as much as I hate someone body locking me. So I didn't really get much of a win there. So he's pushing my lapels into my armpits while standing up and slowly walking towards my hips. That way, when he sits back, he can pop a knee in to break my guard. So my main concern here is the space between his body and my hips. So I try to walk my legs up as high as I can to the shoulders, but he still ends up breaking my guard. I don't know why we just stopped there. Oh, you know what? My pants ripped. My gi pants ripped. Okay, anyway, so we're continuing on. He's trying to pass my guard. So I'm kind of just hanging on to a de la Riva grip on that left side, just in case if he tries to swing his leg over into a back step pass or anything. but he more so is just trying to get that right knee to the floor to try to get some type of knee slice to the outside, which he ends up getting that knee to the floor, so I have to go to deep half because otherwise he'll pass. So here I always try to use the tabletop sweep, so as you see my left arm is swimming under his leg, trying to scoop up his ankle and lock a triangle around his legs, that way I can sweep him backwards. But he's doing a very good job at trying to maintain his leg to be straight. That way I can't get that 90-degree angle on his knee that I want. So instead, I just have to roll under and try to stand up for a reversal with double unders. This white belt reminds me a lot of my brother, so he's going to be very good in the future. So next, this white belt starts with pants grips for a bull pass, and as you see right away, I fetal by putting my arms underneath my knees and just kind of holding that position so I can get a De La Riva grip, which I do. Then I underhook his leg with a gable grip with my De La Riva guard, just to try to off-balance him. As you see, it made him put his knee to the floor, which allowed me to circle to the back, but I ended up getting mount because of his scramble. Next, we have the top starting off with a knee slice, which is very hard to stop when the knee is already to the floor. So this is my least favorite one to drill when people pick it. But my best defense here is to keep a strong knee shield, which he totally just passed. So now I have to focus on relieving that shoulder pressure so I can try to face into him and regain either full guard or deep half. But what stops me from doing that is when people attack the opposite arm, which he is doing. So now I have to focus on not getting arm barred or mounted because I definitely don't want that. But he was focusing so much on the arm that I was able to reverse him by bridging towards the arm he was attacking. So after every specific training session, Bobby allows anyone to ask any questions or concerns that they had during their rolling. So this break is a perfect opportunity for you to click down below and like and subscribe to this channel so that I can do more videos for you guys. All right, now that you've done that, we can get back to it. So the next specific training is person on top gets to decide what dominant position they want. Okay, honestly, how crazy is it that we rock, paper, scissors this long to see who goes on top or bottom? And of course I lost. I have terrible luck. So top decided to work on side control, which forces me to work escaping side control, which is awful, but very good to work on because it's such a tough position. So as you see, he's trying to slide that knee over to get mount, but I caught his leg and my quarter guard. So I'm pushing his face and trying to bridge into him. That way I can get a reversal and come on top. But as I bridge, he gets right into mount. Boop, done. Sadness. But that doesn't hold me down for long because I do a second big bridge and get to my knees. But because of the positioning we landed in, he can start to try to take my back, which is bad for me. So now I'm just trying to stay turtled and protect my neck because I don't want to give him the submission. I'd rather him have his hooks in. Sometimes you got to give a little to get a little. So as you see, I'm not trying to get rid of the hooks just yet because my main concern still is to protect my neck from any attacks that he's going to do to me. So he pushes my arm away and tries to get the mount instead of being on the back, but I turn into him, so instead he still is forced to stay on my back. In all honesty, I would rather fight off someone from the back than on mount. So he's been on my back for so long that at this point it's just about survival for me. So there's not a lot of thoughts going into what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to keep moving, keep hip escaping, and just get out of this position. So as you see, I actually got an underhook on that leg. So when I turn into him, I come up with double unders, which allows me to get the reversal and the pass. So now the position of the specific training ends. Alright, so the next guy takes side control on me. His side control pressure is very close to my head and not really on my body, so I can't really bridge into him to create movement, so instead I just twist my hips and try to get to my knees. He didn't alter his grips though when I did this, so he was able to just grab my hips and put them back to the floor, but he switches his base into forward side control. So now if you look at my right knee, I'm just trying to pinch that in between his hips and my body in order to hopefully create space. But overall, he's doing a very good job at restricting me from creating space. So now he changes his base once again, this time into backward side control. Now he goes to switch bases again, but as he does that, I am able to belly down and get to my knees. And unfortunately, we ran out of time to finish this one. So that's it for our specific training in this class. As you see, there's the hole in my pants that ripped earlier in the video. I hope everyone enjoyed watching this video. I was trying to switch it up for you guys so you got more variation of me rolling. Alright guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the mats next week.